Hello everybody, this is Real Time Feather. Ooh, something a little different. Well, we're not going to be speeding up the art today. It's just going to be a nice slow one. As I'm making these videos, I realize a lot of the time when I try to do these speed ups, I don't get to talk about what I'm thinking in detail. So we're going to talk about how... let's just say Magical Girl design, along with like how my design philosophy changed up a bit. So we're gonna be strapped in for a little longer episode. Which, well, I don't know who's actually watching this. If you are, you're great. I love you. You are doing something. Well, actually, why are you spending your time watching my videos unless you're putting them to the side? Anyways. Today we're gonna draw this particular magical girl, and she was technically designed about 2 years ago. This idea was sitting with me for like a long time. I usually don't do any of my ideas unless I let them kind of like simmer. Like put it on the boiler and like watch it go. Let's see how much I really want to do this, because when you have too many ideas, sometimes it's just like mildly overwhelming. There's actually somebody I know who literally told me that they only have one idea at a time, and that's like all they put their energy into, and I'm like, that's really impressive, because I just get new ideas every single day, and it just kind of, it's good. I'm never gonna run out of content, but it's also bad because it's like one of those like at least 90% of those ideas will never come to like surface. So I'm just kind of like cleaning up and taking this older drawing and just kind of making sure it will be put in the newer kind of lines. I used to sketch in red a lot. When I pull out, I kind of take a look. I'm like, yeah, I sketch in red like way much like back then. Now I kind of sketch more in blue and like a little bit of a pink purple. But I should sketch in red some more. Anyways, this character's themed is gold, dragon fruit, and poetry. And I went with like a really cool kind of like script format, which I will definitely kind of uniformly change. Like there's a difference between my design philosophy now and my design philosophy back then. Back then, what looks cool goes. And yeah, this looks pretty goddamn cool. But am I really gonna draw this a dozen times? And I'm like, pass me. You were so funny. Yes. Oh yeah, I forgot I used a little bit of white out here. A lot of the times I use traditional drawings more than digital when in design, because I will just like scribble what's in my brain. That actually, dang, like what kind of detail was this? This looks kind of cool. Like sometimes I don't even remember what I did. And yep. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna uniformly change some of this. I think I wanted her to have longer hair, so I might do that in the design checking stage. So when I'm doing my 3 stages of like designs, I kind of just like try to do a little bit of modification each time to just give me the choices. You can never be hankering for choices when you're in design. Oh right, I gotta do all these scribbles. Yeah, I gotta make a brush if I'm making this character. This is the main character, by the way. Don't make your main character asinine to draw. Step 1, don't do that. I'm no professional, but don't do that. Oh, every single time I'm like, oh man, I want to make my character look so cool, and I'm like, oh no, I just made them really hard to draw. Which is why my like current comic, Gravitational Pull, has like a super simplistic design choice and art style, because I was just like, am I gonna draw, what is it? I think it's like 300 something pages total with like and she is also a magical girl as well, so her magical girl design was actually a little too complicated, I still think now. So maybe I should explain the design concept a little more here. So I went with poetry for little scrolls in the hair clips. I'm keeping these. These are just so darn cute. Like they look like putting chopsticks in your hair, but it's like scrolls. The black parts are all gonna be ink, so it's just gonna be like a black fill. So I don't think that's too bad. Her shirt, too much. There is a lot going on, which makes it interesting, but there's too much for me to draw. So I might like limit that to like, instead of being like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I might limit it to like 4 big pieces so you can see it. And the little skirt has the dragon fruit shape. I love dragon fruit. Dragon fruit, durians. Okay, I love durians as well. I just like weird fruit that apparently like have weird shapes. I like starfruit too. Starfruit's pretty good. But like dragon fruit, a lot of people have told me that it tastes like nothing, and I'm like, what? It's dragon fruit. It's so good. But I like durian, so maybe I'm the one who's weird. Yeah, try some fresh durian, people. It's really, really good. Unless you have that thing where durians taste spicy to you or something. I'm not very certain why, but it's a thing. Yeah, I might remove in the final draft. I'm gonna remove these little extra bits here. I just need to put them in because I'm doing a full trace or full like transcript. I'm not very certain, but yeah, that way. Because I think these look cool. It looks like, hey, they're coming off the body. But I'm also like, silhouette wise, they're kind of like, I want to keep the dragon fruit silhouette for the skirt here more clear. So these extra bits kind of like muddy up the design. I might make them shorter if I'm going to keep them. I love her shoes. Her shoes are gonna be kept. These are. I don't draw feet that often in my comics because we're mostly having. I know I do too many talking heads, but I like. It's easier to show expressions, and I love drawing expressions. I'm working on it. I'm working on my full bodies. It's just sometimes like limbs are weird. Like limbs are just weird. Yeah, there we go. And these are just like pen nibs, and I think that's like gonna be really cool. Oh, I'm gonna clean this up like that. Yeah, because I do want some realism. Like, how are you gonna walk on that? There's gonna be a little platform thing, and it's just like you're a normal heel. I never wore high heels. I don't think I could walk in them, so I feel bad putting my characters in them. There we go. Now, nice and transcript. So I can just duplicate and move it over and start removing things I don't want, such as these. These should go. These need to go. Goodbye. So definitely with this character's design, I don't think I'll like do what sometimes I do, which is like take it all apart and like remove and redo it. But like I'm surprised how well this one came out, so I'm gonna keep it. I do have some other designs that are from older Magical Girl designs, and I'm gonna give them a full update. But yeah, okay, this is too cluttered. I think it was what is that? Did I not finish it? Oh, that's just me not finishing something. Okay, there we go. I'll just fix that. But I'm gonna get rid of it anyway, so I'll just fix this on this side. Gotta put the little squiggles on here so I can remember why they were there. Boop. There we go. Yep. Digital, traditional, do whatever you want to make your art. I have no biases there. I do both. And it, like, don't yell at each other for like, oh, digital's better, traditional's better. Please, thank you. Alright. Okay. Okay, this little piece here is like really cute. I like the asymmetricalness of just like one little piece having like hanging on one shoulder and it's just there. So I might keep that. It also kind of like helps with the counterbalance here. I like this section here. So this whole section needs to kind of get cleaned up here. The idea of this top actually was very similar to the off-shoulder tops I see in like stores. So I might clean this section up so that would be a little more clear. But I do want it to cross. So I might make it like a little bigger like this. Because asymmetrical things always look more interesting. I don't know why. There's probably some brain thing somebody figured out to explain why. Okay, I'm gonna make this go here. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's good. That cleans up this part a little bit. And when she moves, the parts can shift a little, which is very good. Instead of being that colloquial mess over there. Okay. This part's really interesting. So what was this? This was part of the bow I wanted to put on her. If I removed the bow, what would make the waist more interesting? Because when I design, I also have focal points. Usually it's your face and like the upper body is where I focus on for many of my designs. Since this character has a really interesting skirt, I don't want to make this section too cluttered, so I might like up it up slightly, make the waist a little more interesting. Shoes, I need to work on designing shoes. Shoes, I never done much with shoes because of course I don't draw feet that often. But my one of my members of a server I was in was like, hey, you have really expressive feet. So I'm like, okay, I like, because whenever I draw feet, they apparently have a lot of personality. I don't know how that works, but I'm gonna do that. Okay, I might like try to make her hair a little longer actually to see how it looks. Yeah, her hair looks like it's like ripped paper. That was what the attempt was of trying to do here. Yeah, I'm gonna see if they look like ponytails. I love drawing like the twin ponytails. They are just fun to draw. But I need to stop because I have a lot of characters like that. Does it look... It looks better when it's shorter because it looks like somebody has like teared her hair. Like that's kind of like the look I'm going for. So I'm gonna keep this here. These stay. What else can I adjust? Like her, I have this habit of drawing bangs always like this, so maybe I should change up the bang style. Maybe asymmetrical bangs? Maybe that would be kind of cool. Oh! Hey, I kind of... That's interesting. I kind of... let's see if I take that whole design aspect. No, I ruined it. Keep the old sides, but take the new top part of the bang where it's like a little... Let's break it more asymmetrical like that. I have seen people with hair like this in real life, and that's really cool. I think people who can express themselves very well with their hair are like, man, I respect that. I only have one hairstyle. It's gonna be just, it's grown. That's what I call it. It's just grow. Oh, maybe if I make the loops the... Oh, no, that's... Yeah, this is why I speed this up. This is a lot of me groaning and wondering what I'm doing. There we go. If I make her hair short, then this will be more clear, actually. Which, there we go. That kind of Maybe it's her pose as well, because I try to like separate the arms out from their bodies so I could like see the silhouette. But this character, if I like pull out really far, she's gonna be noticeable in a crowd. That's another thing I do when I try to design is if they're noticeable in a crowd or not. Okay. Oopsies. I'm gonna clean that up. I stick everything in like the same folder or like in like multiple different folders, and it's like, oops, sometimes they just don't line up, and that's fine. I'm gonna do one more try on. I just really like the skirt, but what can I do to it to make it a little more different? Like, maybe let's see what happens if I do this. Okay, clears it out. We're making her short hair. I wonder if I can poof it out, like maybe make it asymmetrical too. A lot of the time I always go back to the original first design. It's just sometimes it's just what your first initial reaction is the one that's the best. Yeah, asymmetrical doesn't work. Yeah, that's a funny hair thing. I like the drippy arms. Drippy arms are staying. I'm gonna like I'm seeing like what I was thinking back then, and I'm like, I don't know if it's good that we're not. Yeah. Oh gosh. Remember to use the right brush. Let's clean this out here. Yeah. That's a clear silhouette. Yeah, I don't care if it's like messy right now because we are just in the like details, not even in detail phase, we're in the sketching phase. Let's flip it. Like, if I do it this way, I actually like it when it goes this way, because this two are going to the left, this one going to the right, kind of just balances it out a bit. I'm gonna try this because it's just near the legs and might give a little more interest to the legs. There we go. That's what I'm going to do. The little leg parts work really well. So that actually works out really well. Let's make this ridiculously long. It's just because I can, you know? Like, yeah, the world is your oyster. No way. The world isn't your oyster is not the saying. The world's your playground, and you get to do whatever you want in it. Let's see here. Yes, I definitely want this to be like a knee skirt, because I remember I wanted this character to be like lower in mobility because her ability is pretty game breaking. The whole entire concept of the story had all these characters with it's the kind of like everything is so random because it was all gacha pulled. So like their main colors, the two themed things, their weapons, they're all like randomly generated, and them having to creatively figure out what to do with what they got is the whole entire point of the story. Especially this character, I believe she has the ability to it wasn't like draw things. Okay, there's characters that can draw things and then those become reality. No, she draws things to kind of like set up, and then the lines crack and then they break things. So it's not like cutting, but because she can like, it takes a bit, but it's hard to explain, and I think in the story I will be able to explain it a little more clearly. But she can take, well, the joke was she could take a crack at it, and that's like a saying she says a lot. So I might change that over character in the final draft. Who knows? Anything can happen. But I really liked how whenever she drew a line, like it wakes, like she can set up and be like, okay, and now it just starts creating a crack in like a wall or something, and it doesn't cut through like a knife or anything. No, it just creates a small crack, and the more cracks she can do, then like the more weaker the object is, right? So she can like be scribbling something and then like wait for all the lines to just crack, and then if there's like enough cracks, she could like break the object. So it's not a pure cut, it's kind of like a deterioration, and that part's like really fun. It's like the whole, I like to think too much, I think. I like characters that have to think a lot as well. So, like, if you were watching any of the earlier videos, we have a character whose entire thing is, oh, I need more time to think. And then we have another character who is like, I'm gonna keep running away and use that as my time to think, or like lurk and think. And those particular two characters aren't gonna be like a major kind of like player in the story. They're actually kind of more like side characters, but you need them to flavor the world, because in this world all the magical girls are almost like, they're like celebrities. Like, you could get sponsors, they do like public showings and like other things to get money, because capitalism, am I right? And this main character just graduated from high school and was like, I'm not going to go to university, I want to become a magical girl. So she's just like a fresh new magical girl, getting into the whole entire like marketing aspect, showmanship, trying to like talk to people and like show off her personality when she's really introverted to begin with. And that is it's kind of relatable, because to get a job you have to show off your personality a lot, and sometimes it's hard to kind of explain to, it's hard to market yourself as being like, I am very good at this thing, because man, the fiction mimics reality a little bit. I like the short hair a lot. That's good. I might want to clean this up, but I do want to show off the little bit of the gold in this little corner here, so I might hold that off. These are really good. These little pieces are really good. Gold, white, and I might need a third color. When I pick colors, I like to do them in like sets of 3. It does help a lot in making things clear, so I'm definitely going to go with like a gold. A lot of the times I do also look up just the color and like what people think gold looks like, because my perception of gold might be not like somebody else's perception of gold. So for example, I'll just grab a color swatch here and I'm like, okay, this is people's perception of like a gold. And I kind of like this one. It's kind of less yellow and more orange and brown. But this one, I'm trying to think of what would make something pop. And this color would be pretty good. This second one from the left. I'm going to pop it onto the character here. Just slather it on so the main segment is just all there. Yeah. Oh, that's a little bright. I might go with the middle one, actually. Oh, no. No, that's too brown. It's time to adjust. Oh, there we go. I'll count that as a good gold. color matching is like a giant thing that I sometimes it's just you don't want something to like blow your eyeballs out. It's hard to explain. I'm gonna go with a beige for the paper instead of a pure white, like a yellowish beige, because it'll blend in the whole entire thing together a little much better. There we go. That's pretty good. That brings it together because I'm making sure oh right, her third color is black because ink. Gotta make her shoes maybe a gold tip nib or something. Yeah, shoes might be gold too. And then that little dot there is gonna be black because gotta put that in. I'll do like I'm gonna go with a pure black because you don't want to use pure blacks too much. It's hard to shade and like put lighting, so most people do like a slight gray, like a super dark gray, or even like a dark blue. Actually, dark blue. Let's see if that. You know what? I'm gonna go with the dark blue actually, because dark blue ink is a thing, and that would give it a little more interest to the color palette. Also, blue and gold also looks really good together, personally. Like that's like from a distance you can't tell that difference between black anyway, especially during printing. But if the shading will bring out a blue a little bit, so I'll bank on that. Yeah, she's got a little gold tip on her finger. The single one. She's left-handed, so it will be a very good indicator of character because it's on her left hand. I don't think this character, because she's new, she'll have like a magic item, because those are also randomly generated through the gacha. So she doesn't have like an additional help thing, which is really funny because I'm like, oh yeah, the character with a stop sign has a stop power, but the stop sign has its own ability that is not the stop power, and that's gonna be fun. I like that. She's gonna be able to use that in like a competition really well. All these characters are fighting each other in like competitions, like kind of like a Magical Girl Olympics. So we got like tower defense, we got actual combat brawls, we got like kill the enemy, like, but it's like all safe. Like in this world, magical girls are it's just another job. It's an entertainment form. Yeah, that looks good. And I gotta bring down this color. This works because this light color will be very good in the base. It will kind of like cut the two gold sections with this. So it will be very nice, very nice. I'm very bad at picking skin colors. That's like something I don't do very often. So as usual, just randomly be like, yeah, let's go with this. This looks fine. Alright, and we're almost done here, and that's good. Yep, the whole entire process does take a bit. It actually I spent an entire month trying to get faster at this process, so this is way faster than I normally would. I take a lot of time mulling on ideas and stuff. I want her to have like this basic brown colored eyes. This brown colored eyes. Yeah, their hair colors do change in the Magical Girl like switch-in. Like they will have regular, reality colored hair or dyed hair. But in the Magical Girl outfits, they got the power of anime on their side. So their hair colors will change and also keep their identities pretty hidden. There's gonna actually be a point where, like, some of the magical girls are like, wait, why are people stalking me? It's because their identities were found. And that would be, like, a serious point in the story. Because that is really scary when people do find where you live and, like, stalk you. Like, it's like, I think a lot of K-pop stars have that happen to them, and I'm like, oh, that's really scary. I feel really bad for them. Just remember to keep people's privacy in, like, your mind. Like, people have lives, and that's really important. Alright, there we go. Got the setup here, and we're pretty good to go. I can't find here it is. Is it this one? There we go. Delete that. Here we go. We got, oh no, I forgot to paint the legs! Oh, that always happens to me. Ah! I was gonna wrap up the video. It's long. Alright. There we go. We got everything. And here we go. We got our girl designed, and I'll see you guys next time. Remember to stay hydrated.